All right, guys, here we're going to talk about Season 4, Episode 12 of The Twilight Zone. Genies, Lee, what are your thoughts on Genies?
It's time for Genies. This episode, I thought, from like the second we got to I'm like, okay, a loser buys a lamp, and then there's a genie, and then whatever the fuck. And even when the genie was just a dude with like a cigar, I was like, I kind of like that, but you've done that before, Twilight Zone, where it's like, you're an angel, and he's like, angels, schmangels.
Listen, that's it.
Right, listen.
I like that guy.
Right? Yeah, no, that guy was cool, but even that, I wasn't like fully won over yet, or whatever. And
He's
then,
just very sparingly in this. You saw the actual genie for like
they don't really
a few moments.
Because it's not about the genie. Let's talk about that. This episode is 3 fantasies of this dude. Thinking about what he's gonna wish for.
Yeah, he's given one wish, not 3. So it's a turning the whole stereotype on its head about what a genie actually delves out to you.
We had to downsize. You see, costs are up, things are down.
So this guy's fantasies are so detailed that much like life, they shit all over him, and he realizes how he'll never be happy. And I've never seen this one before that I can recall, and I was like, how's it gonna end? What's he gonna do? And then it just like ends, and I'm like, what the hell?
No, he becomes the genie.
Yeah, that's just ending it. That's like the worst ending ever.
He realizes that that's what he wants. It's
Being
beautiful.
a slave is what
he doesn't like to make decisions. He knows that even if he got so-called love, it like wouldn't fulfill him, and he'd be cucked. He gets cucked in his own fantasy.
Yes.
It's literally horrible.
Twice.
And I kind of laughed when the like chick had like a fake accent and all that stuff.
And she was like clearly not under 21.
It was amazing. But then she's like, "Give me that drink, mister. What are you doing to me?"
You deserve that.
And like left and stuff. But yes, even in his own like fantasies, it's like the old Scrubs joke. Wait, I'm the sidekick even in my fantasy? And it's like, yes. Or he's like, whatever. Yeah. So he knows that.
I like when referencing something from the 60s. It's like that old Scrubs joke.
I'm not saying which one came
no,
first.
No, it's just a funny thought for me to hear.
Enjoy funny
one of those
thoughts,
is old. The other one is timeless.
Yeah.
I just thought it was such a lame ending. And I understand that the man realizes this sucks, that sucks, this sucks. But like, to wish you're
he's
a genie.
happy. He becomes a genie. He's so happy. He upscaled it back to 3 wishes. He loves this shit.
He did. He broke the fourth wall just to show you how happy he was. He turns away from the homeless man and just looks at the camera smiling.
And he goes, haha, it's me. Did you know it was me? It's amazing.
I thought the weirdest part about this was in every fantasy he had, like, the people all Wizard of Oz it, where they're all like, oh, and you were there, and you were there. But his dog, the one person he actually likes, is different in every one of the dreams.
He always has a dog named Attila, but it always changes, and he's always into the dog. He's always like breaking character to be like, oh, get him out of here, or something, right? It's this weird theme.
It doesn't make sense because in like, at least in the one where he's like, oh, I'll marry her and make her like, it's a multi-part wish. So like, it's not as though he got anything he really wanted. He got like extra scoops of things he didn't want. Like,
I want to be the husband of famous actress who's the chick at my work or whatever. Yeah, and then it
very strange
loops into that and all that stuff. Some of this is like this is a comedy episode. I usually hate those.
Yeah. And
like the ending isn't great, but I didn't hate it like you did.
Oh, despised it.
But like I laughed here and there. I like smiled. My version of laughing, where I go like, huh. Like, right? So, like, I ended up liking fundamentally more than disliking this episode. I was like, okay, that's like a different spin or something.
I think the moment I was like, I'm not going to enjoy this is when, like, they on-the-nosed it, where he's like, he does his first fantasy, and then, like, comes to, and he's like, well, I've got 2 more fantasies to go. Like, he says this, and I'm like...
So how does he word that? Yeah, he says something like that. Like, I got to think about, what are the other 2? Oh, because the genie is like, people usually wish for one of these things.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me think about each one of those things for exactly 17 minutes, or whatever, 7 minutes, whatever, to fill up the episode, yes.
It felt such a stretch. Like, it could have been done very quickly. This could have been a 20-minute episode. Like, you're fine. You wouldn't have really lost anything.
Right.
You could have just dawdled on certain aspects less. Because the way they breezed through getting the lamp, here, I could pawn this off on any idiot. Hey, idiot, here you go. And he had it, and it was done.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, see, let's keep the pace. I don't know. It wasn't terrible. The acting was fine.
Yeah, the comedy kind of worked for me, and I liked all the same actors and actresses doing different stuff in each of the fantasies and everything.
I never know if I like that or don't like that because it's clearly a style, it's a choice, it's a thing. Yeah. They weren't really playing dramatically different characters every time. Some of them were a little different.
I like the secretary because she went from like an airhead to being like throwing out his gloves and being like, in your tax bracket there's no points, sir, and doing all
Did you like how they called out, because this is old enough,
I know,
the 90% tax bracket? it.
Yes.
I was like, I like that.
I looked that up. That ended in 1964, I want to say, if I'm like remembering
and this was
correctly.
63. Yeah.
So they were like, even at 90%, it's still worth it.
Yeah.
So even then, people knew that being rich was still good, even if you taxed it appropriately. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so where do you rate this? Pure hatred, whatever, lukewarm? Because I'm like relatively positive. I'm clear.
The acting was fine.
Yeah.
The story was okay. I really just thought like the ending was it wasn't much of a like. I like my Twilight Zones to be creepy or fun or entertaining in that kind of direction. I'm not a big guy on the like. Let's ham it up. Can we get something that like we can get Andy Griffith to do? Yeah.
No, it takes me a lot to like not demand. I want to explore the depths of human, evil and darkness, and really like now I'm trapped forever, and I killed my wife by accident, like some horrible. I broke my glasses. I killed my wife, and I took myself out of stasis, and now I'm in hell. It's some like that's what
ending happy might be my
be.
biggest problem. I'm like, why is he happy at the end?
Why did he figure out what he wanted out of life?
Or like he gets cucked everywhere else. Why not have him become a genie? And it's like this Jafar thing where he's like, I'm imprisoned to the lamb.
He's the super cuck now.
I know.
He's
Omega Cuck 1. I know.
He's achieved the highest rank amongst the cucked. He's a supernatural cuck. He has amazing power. He's gonna live forever, just being like, whatever you want. I don't want to make decisions. I know this is all like a sham. Oh, you want riches? Here you go, and just doing riches, and then laughing at people and be like, haha. Now you're learning what I already know, you bitch.
To have one wish and waste it.
Because he goes to work and like does everything right, but he keeps getting shat on.
Yeah.
And now he's like, I'm gonna do this job the best as possible. Oh, you probably want riches, right? Oh, you probably want love. He's gonna keep.
He'll be like super fair with it. Like, you want riches? Here's the thing to think about. You're gonna want a fiduciary lawyer.
Provisos, provisions, whatever stipulations. There you go.
Yeah. Yes. Fuck him. All right, so that's our thoughts on this episode of Twilight Zone. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching Justdaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.